Good morning, my pal. Today, I want to introduce brief history of European philosophy. European philosophy is, in short, we humans started to think about why we are here, what we have to do. If everything goes smooth, and very calm, and peaceful, philosophy will not occur in this world. Because, no need for anyone to bother his life by these, not productive meditation. However, unfortunately for us, human is not really peaceful, and in harmony, not at all. Once you study history, you may recognize that human history is war history. Therefore, when we started our unpeaceful history, philosophy was already there. So, to see beginning of philosophy, it backs to long before of our human history. Around 2600 years before, Greek world was mess of mess, due to its geological circumstances. Greek area is all surrounded by ocean gateway, and therefore, easy to in, and easy to out, from long before. By this situation, they are quite independent, in a good meaning, and not cooperative, and no harmony at all, in a bad meaning. Indeed, they are time to time conducting internal silly conflict, with their neighbors. And consequently, they believed different God. Insist, different sense of value. And, never share same idea with each others. Even language as well, different region has their own different accent. And, it interrupted their mutual relationship, smooth communication. Therefore, Greek people did not have any common sense among them at all. Meanwhile, they were full of stimulation, due to their environment as well. Greek did not provide rich land for Greek people, and because of this, they have to concentrate, oversee trading business. Rather than simple daily firm, produce crops, agriculture, as firmer. Therefore, they must use brain to not to be cheated by others. Try to put competitors into their traps. And also, keen for money counting. Doubt, distrust, dishonest against their neighbors, these affected for their thinking system. To be more realistic, to develop their logical thinking system. In this connection, it also helps them to deepen their academical interesting as food of thought. And, Greek produced first runner of European philosophy. This is Thales of Miletus, and he tried to describe this world by rationality. At that era, people still live in mythology, and strongly believed there are gods, and they created this world. However, Thales thought, we can explain whatever phenomenon in this world by theory. And he thought we are following its orders, and methods, rule, and regulation. Nowadays, we have this sense, due to development of science, technology. But, it was quite brand new idea for the people in Greek. Indeed, not only him, but these days, so many so-called egg of philosopher appeared in Greek. But, what he was different from others, he gave some frame, structure on his logic. I am going to introduce few his episodes to know his way of thinking, characteristic. Someday, someone laughed at him. Although you study a lot, you are not able to be rich, that's mean, what you are doing is useless. After hearing this comment, Thales analyzed movement of stars. And predicted, good harvest of olive, in coming year. Then, he booked all olive juicer machinery in nearby around his Ionia district to squeeze olive oil. Without this machinery, they cannot produce olive oil, and because of this financial derivative action, marked on first page of human history, he earned a lot of money. Also, when his mother asked him to get married, he told her that, not yet right time. And, when his mother asked him again, after overripe his age, he replied, already not right time. For philosophers, wife is just disturbance, and want to stay free to concentrate their own meditation. Or otherwise, create great philosopher, like Socrates. One more episode, he was observing night stars, and fall down on the hole. Then, people laughed at him, although he is so smart to study stars far on the sky, he cannot recognize hole, nearby him. Anyway, he established style of philosophy before Socrates, and gave significant meaning on philosophy, and it developed to natural science, mathematics, music, cooking, etc. After him, so-called sophist appeared in history, and one of them is Democritus. He was definite genius in ancient Greek. Why I said genius, he suggested the idea of atom, universe, even 2,400 years before. He said, everything is composed of atom, and this atom is physically indivisible. So, this is the first hypothesis of atom in the world. Unfortunately, bundle of his works are gone by aging, and we can touch tiny volume of his works, idea through Seneca. Seneca quoted the idea of Democritus in his On Tranquility of Mind. But Democritus is not really famous now because his works was purged by Plato, advocator of Socrates, as much as he could, in order not to let Democritus to be main actor of philosophical field. This is sometime common case in our Homer history as well. Students will be more radical, rather than their teacher, to protect theory of teacher. It was really sad that we lost great heritage of our human wisdom. Anyway, many potential philosophers have been appeared these days, but meanwhile, many rubbish philosophers also came out same time. They just played sentences to earn money, as intelligent tutor. However, the great star of philosophy came up on the stage of history. It is Socrates, great star of ancient philosophical world. Socrates backed to original idea of philosophy, namely, think about things, with rational approach. Then, he adopted very famous his method Socratic method, argumentative dialogue. If his is my friend, I may feel quite trouble, because anyway, his Socratic method was very challenging for anybody, any wordings, and once I say something, he will ask me, why? How come? Whatever. As a friend, he was disgusting, but from philosophical point of view, his method gave big impact on thinking system of Greek people. Remember, Greek people was quite independent, and not harmony at all. Then, they obtained phrase to deny their neighbors. Why I have to cooperate? Why I need to help you? Why you are here? It helps to develop interactive dialogue, and consequently, it deepened philosophical approach. However, imagine, if you have that type of friend, you may hate him, I think. Indeed, some of Greek politicians hated him, and force him execution. Since today, I am talking general history of European philosophy, and I don't have much time to share details of Socrates. But actually, his life is full of entertainment, and I am going to describe his life in another occasion. Anyway, although he was great, eventually, he was executed, and his student, Plato, did great job to push up reputation of Socrates. Because Socrates himself did not leave down any written record, we know almost all achievement of Socrates through record of Plato. However, this Plato was not just simple recorder of Socrates, but he himself was great philosopher in the history. Alfred North Whitehead, later philosopher in England, said that, in a sense, all Western philosophy is a commentary on Plato's philosophy. Plato suggested concept of theory of forms, theory of ideas. It is, in short, what we are watching is not really what it is. For example, you are watching this animation on this screen. What you are watching is just results of programming, and actually, behind many programming are there. Same to our world, what we are watching is not really real world, and Plato thought that form, ideas, is controlling, ruling this world. And philosophy is the study to know mechanism of this programming. Therefore, it covers natural science, astronomy, mathematics, even music, and cooking. And great teacher produced great student. Plato gave great impact on Aristotle, very famous philosopher in ancient Greek. Why he is famous? Not only because of his philosophical achievement, but also he was teacher of Alexander the Great. Alexander respected him a lot, and I can say their viewpoint produced new world. Bridge over Orient and Occident as integrated nation. Aristotle was student of Plato, but maybe he has DNA of Socrates more. He evened out theory of Plato, and established his own philosophy. Actually, the word of philosophy, it is meaning of philo equal love, Sophie equal wisdom, namely, loving wisdom, that meaning. This word created by Aristotle. I must introduce detail of him as well in later. Therefore, he considered that, in order to know wisdom, what we have to do, see, watch, what they are. No need to care behind, no need to care form. Just observe things, as it is. This is foundation of modern science, and after Black Medieval Age. In Renaissance period, open the eyes of many science stars. They recognized how important to observe things in details, and everything goes along with logic, in order. So, actually, he was pioneer of modern science. Anyway, almost time for me to end up my lesson of today. And I will continue history of philosophy in coming up chapter.
As the journey continues.